proprietary patented race technology. Proudly made in the USA. Unparalleled customer service and support. The choice of champions. King Shocks, the leader in off-road shock technology.
KMC's pursuit of victory has pushed us to the front of the pack, to the brink of destruction, and across the finish line for decades. Regardless of the driver, the vehicle, or the terrain, these are the wheels that will help you win by a landslide. The process of relentlessly redefining performance cannot be learned or taught. It's in our DNA.
Stacy Clark here, owner and general manager of Unlimited RV. As racers, we know how important time is. Not bad, kid. 5 seconds faster. As racers, we know how important reliability is. At Unlimited RV, we have lifetime warranty, so you know we've got you covered. At Unlimited RV, we offer nationwide free shipping, so you don't have to waste your time getting into the RV or motorhome for your next big adventure.
All right, race fans, welcome back once again. We are here with your next Fishgistics update. It is day 2 of the Baja 1000. It is 1 a.m. It's actually 1:03 a.m. and we are going strong. I hope all you guys are going strong. We haven't gotten any sleep yet. We're not going to get any sleep. We're going to bring you guys some more race updates. So here we go. Looking over at the tracker, we have some bikes that just finished. The 180 just finished. It is going to be your first Pro Moto Limited that just finished. So the 180X just got across the finish line, and you can see here looking at the tracker, the 7A is your first quad, and he is finished. He's past the time finish, so all he's got to do is make his way back into town, get up on the stage, and that will be your first quad finisher. So the 7A, congrats to them. It looks like they are going to be your quad class winner today for the 7A. So that's going to be your first quad coming to the finish soon. Now, we don't have any trucks that have finished yet, but we're getting closer, guys. Don't worry, it's going to be soon. I was guessing 2 o'clock to 2:15, and I think we're looking pretty good still. It might be a little bit, yeah, actually looking pretty good, because look what we have right here. We got Luke McMillan. He is 65 miles from the finish line. So I'm going to say that's just going to be over an hour. I'm going to say we're going to be closer to the 2:15 mark is what it looks like. So probably about 2:15. If Luke keeps going, we're going to see Luke cross the line. Behind him, his brother, Dan McMillan. Only competition right now is from his brother, honestly. Nobody else is even close to these two guys. So we got the 83 and the 23 running first and second on the road, and they are also first and second on corrected time. Luke McMillan started 1 minute in front of his brother, Dan McMillan. That means he just has to finish 1 minute in front of him. Once they get to the finish, Score's going to grab the trackers off them, and they're going to check their trackers. This race is never over. Somebody might have missed a VCP. If you did, it's a 10-minute penalty, depending on which one you missed. If you missed a numbered one, I think they're all 10 minutes actually, so it's just 10-minute penalty if you missed one. However, if you guys were speeding on the road, it is 9-second penalty for every mile an hour that you were over the speed limit every time your tracker pinged. So those speeding penalties can add up really fast. So we're watching the race here. We can see who's going to finish first, but none of this race is over results-wise until they check those trackers on the truck. So they're going to check the trackers and review it. and then we'll get a winner. But when we get to the finish line, we'll see. Who's it going to be, the 83 or the 23? Or if it wasn't, the only other car that's up there close right now is the 43, Larry Rossler, along with, in a different class, but the 21L, the legend entry, Gustavo Vidosola, Ricky Johnson, Mike Coleman. They are going to be somewhere up here. Their tracker hasn't been working all day, but they're going to be somewhere here around the 43. And that is Gustavo Vidosola Sr., who's in the truck now. So he's going to bring the 21L into the finish line. He just got in at mile 680, which is back down here. So he's in the truck now, and he's just not showing up on the tracker. So the 21L is somewhere around here. The 153, if you're just joining us, which I don't know why you'd just be joining us at 1 a.m., that'd be kind of weird, but the 153 is out of the race. They've been out of the race all day. 542, same thing, out of the race. You got to pay attention to the highway here. These are just cars on the trailer, a couple of these guys. The 19 is in the race, and they're having a really good day also. So they are currently running 4th in class, 5th overall, because once again, the 21L is somewhere up here. Then we have the 26, Dave Taylor, Ryan Pullman. They are going to be your next car through. Behind them, it's going to be the 85. Right here, we got the 85, and there's the 21L. But look, did you notice that? Look what time it says it updated, 23 minutes ago. So that is not a correct location for the 21L. You always have to watch that time that it updated at to get a better idea if that's even where they are or not. Now, not too far behind these guys, we actually have some Spec trucks coming. 264, this is going to be your first Spec truck. Pierce Herbst is in the race, and he is your leader. He's been leading most of the day. 264 is there. 219 is out of the race. They're on a trailer. That is not accurate, or they're there, but they're not in the race. The 98, same thing. They're out of the race. So Spec is 264, Pierce Herbst, followed by the 238, a Kiger, and that is going to be Jason McNeil in the truck now. According to my notes, and make sure, yeah, Jason McNeil is in that truck, and he's going to drive it all the way to the finish. Then we have Justin Davis, the 233 just behind him. That is Jeremy Davis. That is in that 233 entry now. So pretty good race still between the top 3 Spec trucks. First Class 1 car is right here, Kyle Quinn. So actually the Spec trucks are beating the Class 1 cars, which you didn't really used to see that. You know, Class 1s used to battle for the overall with the trophy trucks, and it was always kind of a thing if it was going to be a Class 1 that was going to win or a trophy truck. And nowadays, honestly, the trophy trucks dominate, and the Class 1 cars are getting beat by the Spec trucks. I personally wouldn't be surprised if it's not very long until Score starts starting the Spec trucks in front of the Class 1s, because they've pretty much beat them every race there is recently. So if I was a Spec guy, I'd probably want to be starting in front of the Class 1s too, just to move up a little bit. I know some of the Class 1 guys won't like that, but the results are kind of speaking for themselves when you're getting beat every race. So we'll see. But maybe a change coming in the future. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Specs starting second off the line pretty soon. Behind them, we have, okay, look at this. The 87 has made it to 638. You guys know what that means now. That means that 80-year-old Larry Ragland is currently getting in that truck right now, and Larry Ragland is going to wheel that truck to the finish. So the 87 is going to stop in here, do a driver change, put Larry Ragland in, and keep going. The number 90, Raul Gomez, does not have an 80-year-old driving. They actually have one of the younger people in there driving. We got one of Raul's kids in there driving. So that is Darian that's driving in there, I believe, if my notes are correct. That was Darian in there since mile 450. Behind him, we got E.J. Herbst. This is that truck that, like we said earlier, had 800 miles on it before they started the race. They're still running good. I think they're going to be, what is that, fourth position in the trophy truck Spec class. So pretty good race. It is Ryan Millen and EJ in there. And then I think we also heard a Munyon was jumping in there to co-drive at some point. So that might actually be Munyon in there co-driving now. So let me see what else we can do here. So we got 244 next. And then let me turn on some of these other groups. It gets a little bit crowded on the tracker here, especially when we have all the bikes on there. I want to show you guys we already did the class 1s, but we're going to do the class 10s and the 11s at the same time because they all kind of go together on the tracker. So 138 is your first class 1 car back here. Good battle in class 10 still. 1016 and 1022 been battling it out for hours on our updates. The 1016 is back in front. So we have A good battle. 10-16, then 10-22, going back and forth, literally on each other's bumpers for the last few hours. Then they're kind of putting a gap on the rest of these guys now. So look at this. They're putting a little bit of time on these next three. We got Roberto Romo here in the 10-62. We got Jose in the 10-09 and Justin in the 10-64. Those three guys have a separate battle of their own going for third, fourth, and fifth. Then comes back to second place, Class 1, Damon Jeffries. Got some more 10s here, and then a bunch more 10s back here, all kind of spread out. So a lot of Class 10 cars moving. That is still anyone's race in Class 10 at this point. It is way too early to call any of these guys a winner in Class 10. Nobody's cruising there. They're all on it still, that's for sure. Now, coming back to look at Class 11, remember they took the sportsman cut, so that's how they got up so far here. They cut 80 miles or about 90 miles off the course legally. The 1105 has been out front for a while, still out front. We got the 1106. They're on the highway. So I think they're on the highway. Yeah, they should be on the highway. I don't think that car's in the race. The 1100 car was the second 11 car that we had seen before when we looked. So I'm going to go with Alex Gonzalez still being second. And then Eric in the 1111 is still going to be third. So I'm going to say that's the order. And then, yeah, that's the top 3 11s. And then we do have the 1121 is still moving also. So we got 4 11 cars that are moving pretty well. We're going to get a finish. One of these guys is going to make it to the finish. They have 36 hours, and it's only been about 13 hours from when they started. So they have plenty of time to go to get to the finish line. We're going to see multiple Class 11 finish this race in the time limit, I believe. So I'm calling it now. We're going to see multiple Class 11s make it to the finish. So that is awesome. Let's go see who else do we have. The score lights. Where are they? I'm always trying to find the score lights on this tracker. And, well, let's look at the 1600s. We already looked at them. Hold on. All right, Class 5 Unlimited. We can look at them. I'll try to go through some of the unlimited or the limited classes for you guys, even though it's 5 Unlimited. So 5 Unlimited, we have the 507. Pretty big lead there. Huge lead, actually, is moving. The 504 is going to be second. Kevin Carr. Looks like the 510. Third, and the 525 is going to be fourth. So that's a look at those. Here is Class 12. This is score lights. They're called in score. So we have the 1211 is going to be Oscar Alvarez in front. Then we have the 1205, Miguel Cortez in second. And then down here on the bottom, we have the 1274 in third. Then we have the 1234 in fourth. So that is your running order. And then the 1277 is in fifth. Going slow, but they are still moving. So that's good. So we have some score lights still moving. Going to look at the Pro UTV Force induction class. It's been the Austin Weiland show all day today, and it still is. Austin Weiland out front all day, just smoking everybody. Well, not smoking, but leading everybody pretty good all day. Phil Blurton putting a little bit of pressure, still hanging in there. Then we have Justin Lambert, third. PJ Jones, fourth. Ronnie Anderson, still fifth. Every time we check, they're fifth. Then Matt Burrows is sixth. So that's your top in the forced induction class. And then behind them, we have the naturally aspirated class. So this is the NA class. And this has been the Caden Wells show, and it really is the Caden Wells show. He is smoking everybody. The 1995, been out front all day, still way out front. 1925, Zach Seislov. In second, Joe Bolton and Elias Hanna. And then we have, here's your Gordon update. This is not good. So look at this. This is Max Gordon, Mario Gutierrez in them. The 1977 is at 0 miles an hour, and that is not a pit there. That is most definitely not a pit. So bummer for Max Gordon and those guys, but it looks like they have some trouble, and they have fallen back quite a bit too. So I think they might have been there for a little bit. That is going to be more than a tire change going on the 1977. So hopefully they can get it going again. And, I don't know. We'll see. The race is never over, but doesn't look so good right now for Max Gordon. The open class, none of these things are in order. All right, open, Pro UTV open. The 1869, Brandon Sims, he's getting a gap now. Last time we checked, him and Craig Scanlon were right on top of each other. So I don't know if Craig had a problem. He must have had a problem for him to be able to get this big of a gap right here. Craig is moving, though. Again, he's moving 14 miles an hour. but Sims is starting to walk away a little bit, and his hasn't updated for 4 minutes, so it's going to be even farther forward. And then we have Wayne Matlock running third, Kristen Matlock, his wife, running fourth, and the 1898 is running fifth. All right, let's see. So some of you guys were asking about the Australian Kevin Knott. Well, he has not been He has not been running well today. Let me see if we can find him. He is back here. He's still moving. So this is another one of the guys, Kevin Knott. He's from Australia. He is driving a right-hand drive Class 1 car, shipped his car over here, and he's going to solo the whole race in the car. He's not getting out. It's just him in the race car for the whole time driving, and he's still moving. So this is a bucket list item for the 178 Kevin Knott, and it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool story. He's been watching Baja. He wanted to come do the Baja 1000. He literally sent his car over here, and they're going to do all of it by himself. So cool to see him still moving. So shout out to all you guys in Australia. What time is it over there now? Like 3 or 4 in the afternoon? It's easy for you guys. You guys are in the middle of the afternoon. You're not even tired. Yeah. And so the 178 is he's not having a great race, but he is not broken either. He's just Kevin Knott. So there's a Dan joke for you, Dan 200, or dad joke for you, Dan 200. I see you're tuned in here. So that's a look at your Class 1. And then Class 7 has been the Honda show all day today. Proctor, massive lead earlier, over 100 miles. Looks like they've slowed down a little bit. They are at mile 550 now, still in the lead. The Randy Bluth, this is the diesel truck. I think this is the only diesel entry in the whole field today, if I'm not wrong. But the 720 is in second place, and then the 740 is in third, 744 in fourth, 703 in fifth. So that is a look at Class 7 for you guys there. And yeah, that ridgeline is really fast. They're stepping up to trophy truck next year, so you won't be seeing the Jeff Proctor entry in Class 7 anymore. You will see them in trophy truck. All right. So I think that covers it. Are you guys satisfied with that update for now? Let's go look at the leaders one more time, and then we're going to catch up on some stuff. We're going to, I think I'm on my like 5th monster, so we're going to keep some of those going throughout the night, and we'll keep these updates going as long as we can for you guys until through the finish, and then we'll do some more tomorrow. So Luke McMillan, your leader, if you just joined us, mile 773. He has just about, 50 miles or so to go to the finish line for Luke McMillan. And his only competition right now is his brother, Dan McMillan. The only competition pushing Luke right now. He's not really pushing him. They're just they're driving smart, I don't know if Dan's content just sitting there, if he's going to push a little bit on his brother or what, but we'll see. Anything can happen still, and they got to get to the finish line. So that's a look at your race. We will we'll come back. It looks like we have a quad at the finish over there. I see that Score was just interviewing them. So congratulations to the first quad to finish. I think it's the 7A is your first quad finisher. So very cool. And hope you guys are having fun. Don't go to sleep yet. We got another 1 hour, about 1 hour until Luke or Dan is going to be at the finish line. So right about 2:15 is what we're saying. All right. We'll be live. We'll be live at 2, and I'll be here until they finish. All right. So you guys don't go to bed. We're getting close. Stay up for a little bit. We'll see you at 2 o'clock.